I wanted to add on this little addendum to Donald Trump's chart. I wanted to emphasize more of the sun, the ascendant, and the moon, and the importance of it in your chart. I would also like to have some suggestions of some people you'd like to look at. Um, I've had some good suggestions, and I want to follow up on them. Maybe even your chart would be interesting. But the important thing is for you to learn your own chart. It is an ever-evolving experience. Here we have, I'm going to focus on his moon, and here is a picture of his current wife, Melania Trump. And how does that fit in with his personality in his life, and how does your moon fit in with your emotional life? A brief recap. Of course, we went on over a lot of points in this chart, and we looked at fixed stars and degrees, actual numerological degrees. We looked at his sun, his ascendant with Mars conjunct, and I didn't get to follow up on the moon at 21 of Sagittarius in the 4th house. The moon is in the 4th house, and it is part of your learning experience to look up where your moon is in your chart, what house, what sign, and what degrees is it. So we have his 4th house, and you're going to learn that's the home, that's the roots. It shows about your domestic life, and your early parental home is your foundation. It's interesting. The moon represents a lot of things, so you're going to want to learn to combine the house that the moon is in, the sign. In this case, it is Sagittarius, and there we go. Here's a good picture of it. You've got Sagittarius moon in the 4th house, and you're going to look at what those ingredients bring up, both for you and anybody else. And let's look at his wives, because the moon does show the women in your life, starting with mom, and it moves on to show whether you're male or female, the women in your life. His first wife is Ivana, and born in 1949. I think Trump is born in 1946. Next marriage was Marla Maples, and she was born in U.S. Ivana is Czechoslovakian. Marla is of the USA, Georgia, and his most recent wife is Melina, and you're going to see a psychologist friend of mine says a man who's insecure in his masculinity that gets the wives younger and younger. Ivana, 1949, Marla, 1963, and his almost adoptable wife, because she's actually younger than some of his children, was born in 1970 in Yugoslavia. I saw a very cute sign in front of the White House, and it was somebody saying, we can't have strict immigration laws, because where will the Donald get his wives? Since it's true, he likes the people from foreign lands, and that shows in his chart. That's what's so very interesting. I want you to read about Sagittarius. Sagittarius rules foreign lands, things far away. You're going to be attracted to things afar. Donald Trump not only has married into different foreign elements. We have Czechoslovakia and Yugoslavia, which is amazing right there. It's because he has a Sagittarius moon. Sagittarius, anybody with a lot of Sagittarius in their charts, especially if it's in the 9th house or the moon, there's going to be the influence of foreign lands. They like things far away. And you'll note Donald Trump is already embroiled in a Russian scandal and with lots of business enterprises in Russia, in China, even Scotland. And he's pissed off the Scots and the Mexicans and God knows who else. So he has been he's definitely a man of many lands and for different reasons. So I want you to read about the 4th house. What does it mean? I want you to read about moon signs. In this case, it's Sagittarius. I like things far away. I like to expand in life. It's a wonderful place. Next, look at the tarot cards just to help you with the numerology of it all. Tarot cards are the easiest, most visual way to see what different numbers mean. And the numbers for the Sagittarius moon, it is 21. So you have 2 plus 1 is 3. There is a tarot card in the major arcana of 21. It's one of the more fortunate cards, the World, Le Monde in the French tarot, which is very popular. But the Weight Rider is the best to stick with as it's more universal, and this is a Weight Rider. So 21, I found this. It just cracked me up. This is not typical of the World card, but that was just, whoever thought that up was just as cute as pie. Doesn't have all the great symbolism. The world means you conquer the world, and the world is yours. Isn't that the Donald? He's in every country. He's got a finger in every pie in every country, all over the place. And that's the world. Earth, air, fire, and water are the animals out here, the zodiac signs. This is just cute. And this is, the Empress is 3. When you have 2 plus 1, you're going to have 3. So you have 3 different numbers equating this degree. The Empress, she is sitting in finery. She gets, the world is her oyster. She sits in a garden of plenty, and she likes the fine things in life, and she sits on a throne. So this sounds like Donald, and it sounds like his wives, and they're from different countries. So take a moment, think of the elements that your moon is, and do that for your sun and your ascendants too. Look at what house the sun and moon are in. In this case, we're looking at the moon, and you want to look at the house. It's very important, and because your house, what sign your house is in, what house your moon is in, tells the story really. Where do you live? What are the characteristics of the house? What is the sign that moon is in? In this case, it is a place of foreign lands, and you've seen it play out perfectly in Donald's chart. Everything from the domestic life, the 4th house is the domestic life. It's what you need emotionally, and it shows the home. So he's had 2 wives that were from foreign countries. Then you have, and they got younger and younger, which, as my psychologist friend pointed out, when you become secure in your masculinity, you won't be chasing after women 30 years younger than you, because, well, there's many reasons for that. It's immature, really. But and look at what the card is in the tarot, preferably Weight Rider. You can look it up online, or if you have your own deck, will tell you visually a lot about the numerology of the degree. In this case, is kind of nice, the Empress, and that's kind of the way his wives are. They're kind of high maintenance women that are exotic, and they're in the home, and he bought them home. He married them. He had children with them. So that's something, and they're a foreign land. Then he is, of course, very active in his dealings in other countries, whether it's good or bad, how much Russia had to do with his election, we're going to find out. But it is intricate, and this is an intricate fellow. We'll look a little, hopefully, later at some of the degrees and aspects. And as you grow with this, it becomes more exciting and deepens. And I look forward to sharing some charts with you later. Let me know who you'd like to look at next.